Sports Today family members, it is Super Sunday when you have to look at it. It's a vital day in the India versus England first test match that's going to happen day 3 at Leeds. It's very much 50-50 at this point in time when you have to look at India versus England. India could very well have gotten 5-6 wickets yesterday. The genius of Bumrah showed, but those two drop chances. One of Duckett, which ensured that he went past 60 runs, then one of Ollie Pope, which couldn't be taken, and then that no ball towards the end of the day. The final over of the day when Jasprit Bumrah bowled that no ball, Harry Brook was totally at sea, and now England are 209 for 3. Now, today's day, if you look at the weather forecast that is there for Leeds, today afternoon onwards, there is a threat of rain. Yes, there is a threat of rain today at Leeds, which is far greater than what it was yesterday. Today, at this point in time, when you look at it from afternoon and towards the evening time, there are bursts of rain. So that is why you may see significant delays today. But again, when I'm mentioning this, be very, very mindful of the fact that the UK weather is very, very fickle. It can change at any point in time. What was a rain prediction today might not necessarily happen today also. That's how fickle the weather is. At this moment, it is quite hot at Leeds. So you might expect a full day's play even today. But India, even Sitanshu Kotak in the press conference yesterday, the batting coach of the Indian team, he did point out that yes, we were not too happy about it. We just went back. We did discuss about it. But however, these things do happen. That is what Sitanshu Kotak said in the press conference that happened. So that is why it's a very strange kind of situation for the Indian cricket team. What do? They will be wanting to take wickets today and get a lead of over 100 runs. But with the rain threat today, how will they approach it? Who will be the bowlers to back Jasprit Bumrah? Because all the wickets, when you look at it, Jasprit Bumrah has taken 3. All the 3 wickets to fall are Jasprit Bumrah's. Siraj has bowled well in patches, but not consistently. Prasidh has struggled. Shardul's been given only 3 overs. What is the logic about that? So, Jadeja, Shardul, Prasidh, and Mohammad Siraj, they all have to ensure that they back Bumrah up. So, that is why this is going to be really, really important as to how this day progresses. So, today is the moving day of the test match. But remember, the pitch is still very flat. It's a belter. And one hopes that India can take wickets as and when it is possible. So this is the current situation when you have to look at India versus England, which is going to happen today. Day 3 is going to be extremely vital. India need a lead in excess of 100 runs so that they can put pressure on England. But the pitch is flat. Wicket taking will not be easy at all. So unless there is a collapse, then and only then it's possible. Now, as far as the records that Rishabh Pant has created, he is a blockbuster in Test cricket. There's no two ways about it. Rishabh Pant has managed to ensure that he's created several records. Already, he's got the most runs by an Indian wicketkeeper ever in the history of Indian Test cricket. I mean, by a wicketkeeper batter, he's got the most runs away. He's got the most centuries away also. He's the only wicket keeper to hit 3 centuries in England. He's the only wicket keeper ever. No one else has even come close in that aspect. So Rishabh Pant, yesterday his keeping was also quite solid. But in the day of rude missed chances and dropped catches, he was the only positivity with the gloves. Yes, some deliveries, he was troubled down the leg side when Duckett tried the reverse sweep. He did miss it, but then there was a fielder that was placed there. So vital test for Shubman Gill, the captain, as far as field placements, as far as bowling is concerned. How much can Jasprit Bumrah bowl in one particular spell? Today he'll bowl another 6 overs. Then how many overs do you bowl him in the entire test match? That is going to be very vital. So Rishabh Pant was the star yesterday with the bat, and let's see how he progresses today with the wicket keeping, because as vice captain, even he will have a big role to play. Now, as far as the other sporting events are concerned. Club World Cup, Europe is already making a comeback because in the initial stages it looked as if it was CONMEBOL and CONCACAF that were dominating. Now it is the UEFA teams that are dominating in a big, big way. But today is the last day of the FIH Pro League for India. And there is a big, big problem at stake. If India lose today to Belgium, then they are in big trouble. The women's team are potentially staring at relegation if England win their remaining games and India loses to China. The last two games for the women's team are with China. If they lose both of that, then they are in serious threat of relegation. On the other hand, the men's team, yesterday it was an absolute goal fest, 6-3. It was truly, truly remarkable, but unfortunately, 6-3 was on the receiving end of it because Belgium put on a very good show. Today is the last game for the India men's team. Now, if they lose that, there'll be serious concerns. It will be 0-8. Now, the last time you saw a 0-8 scoreline in Indian sport, it was either in the Commonwealth Games final of 2010 or it was in the two test series losses that happened 0-4 when India went to England and Australia. So this is a vital game today in the FIH Pro League. Let's see how that pans out. On the other hand, when you look at the para badminton players, doubles has won gold in one category and one player has gotten silver. And even in the under 23 wrestling championships, India has secured several gold medals. So sport is looking up a bit in India, but at this point in time, it is really not going to happen in a big, big way. So let's take some comments. Is there rain today? Priyanshu saying yes, there is a threat of rain today in the afternoon time and in the evening time as well. So it won't be for, yesterday's rain delay resulted in 1 hour. But if there is a continuous spell of rain, then it could be a bit difficult for the game to have much action today as well. So let's see how it pans out. Will India bowlers get wickets? Shori Holla saying. Jasprit Bumrah is the only one who's taking wickets. However, it is going to be a really, really big task for Prasidh, Siraj, and the others to step up. Especially Siraj. He has to step up in a big, big way. And Sandeep Randhawa is saying, yesterday, once again, we got validation of 3-1 England predictions from Michael Vaughan. See, as far as predictions is concerned, I said it was 2-2. It could happen. India's bowling is far better. If India's batting clicks, then England's bowlers are in trouble in that sense. Indian fans do need your book on fans when it is coming out. It is coming out, Sandeep. It's not easy writing that, but then at this point in time, how much ever we can say about the fans is very little at this point. What has happened to hockey? So many losses. Yasha, the FIH league is pathetic. Men and women in second round. I don't know what has gone wrong with Indian hockey. 7 straight losses for the men. The women's team are also not able to capitalize. I really don't know what has gone wrong with the India men's and women's hockey team. So it is really going to be a big, big problem for them. If they lose today, then your World Cup preparations have taken a massive jolt, confidence-wise also. And Priyanshu is saying, don't you think in place of Shardul and Prasidh, playing Kuldeep and Arshdeep makes more sense? Again, hindsight is great in a lot more ways. Arshdeep, when Bumrah is not playing, maybe he comes in. And Kuldeep, 2 spinners in England, possibly. We can do it. Maybe at the Oval, maybe at Lords. Depending upon the situation, the overhead conditions, depending on all that, it is really, really going to be in that. Can we accept India to win any game without him in seriousness? No, you can't. Yash Yadav, why Arshdeep is not in squad? Kamboj should have been there, but Arshdeep is in the squad, Yash Yadav. He's just not playing in this game. So, thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this morning wrap. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Very vital day, India versus England. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.